Breakfast is bullshit. Kind of. Maybe. Let me explain. Oh, I never asked for this, but if you could like the PenguinCat page or subscribe to our Instagram, that would be really great. It's gonna be a mix of marketing advice and also just some silly shit. Hopefully you'll be entertained and educated. That's the goal. Don't worry, I promise there's a marketing message buried in here somewhere, just hold on. So personally, I'm not a breakfast eater, and I get tons of shit for it all the time. If you don't eat breakfast, you're not gonna be as productive during the day, your metabolism will slow, and you're gonna eat a whole lot more later. Okay, I've heard this like a million times. I'm just not hungry. But why? Not why am I not hungry, but like, why do we all know this about breakfast? Well, let's break it down. It wasn't until fairly recently that breakfast was even a thing. For most of human history, breakfast was just whatever leftovers you had laying out from the night before. As long as they weren't rotten, you ate them. Yay! And there were some staples, like farmers would eat eggs in the morning because chickens lay eggs in the morning and pretty easy to scramble up. And you add some cured meats and maybe some crusty leftover bread to that, and there you go. Hearty meal to go work on the fields. That was more because of ease and lack of refrigeration than really anything else. Then came the Industrial Revolution, where you had people binging on meat and eggs in the morning, then standing in a factory all day, and then suffering from indigestion. Now, indigestion could have come from like unsanitary foods, unsafe working environments, unhealthy lifestyles, heavy drinking, but for whatever reason, at the time, breakfast got blamed. Enter James Caleb Jackson and John Harvey Kellogg, Seventh-day Adventists. Why is that hard to say? Seventh-day Adventists, vegetarians, and early health nuts. They were not only responsible for creating the first cereal, but also an early example of wrapping morality with food. They believed eating bland, healthy foods would keep Americans away from sin. Masturbation. So that's right, kids. Tony the Tiger didn't just want you to have a complete breakfast, he wanted you to stop flicking the bean and choking the chicken. But somehow moralizing breakfast got wrapped up into the idea of work ethic. The idea grew that eating a lighter, healthier breakfast in the morning would help you be more efficient and productive during the day. Basically, capitalism at it again, making us productive little cogs, and moralizing our devotion to work. Maybe even consider this as you're overworking yourself as an entrepreneur. Just a side thought. Then came World War II, and as women entered the workforce, mama guilt was used to market cereals as the perfect, quick, and nutritious breakfast to feed your kiddos in the morning. And then just add in various food lobbies shoving nutritional propaganda down our throats, and voila! That's why we believe breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And we have more weird moralization around it. Like, we don't really moralize lunch or dinner too much. If you eat cold pizza and a cupcake for breakfast, you're some kind of a degenerate. You know, like cake and like muffins are basically have the same amount of sugar and it doesn't matter, whatever. I mean, most studies around the importance of breakfast have actually been funded by cereal companies. There are plenty of other studies that show that breakfast isn't as important and actually could derail your diet. And you wonder why we're so messed up around food. I wanted to share this for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's interesting. I hate being controlled by programming, and while it's impossible to completely escape, a little education helps. Plus your audience has programming, and it's important to get curious about their history so you can speak to it and serve better. Number 2, yes, I know at first it seems jacked up to get sold on cornflakes like this, but it is good marketing. They discovered a problem, in this case, a need for a healthier, quicker, easier meal, offered a solution, cereal, and marketed the emotion, being more productive and providing a better life for your family. Now, I know it's manipulative campaigns like this that give marketing a bad rap and cause us to hide when we're trying to market our own. But here's the thing, marketing is only manipulative if the product doesn't actually solve the problem. I mean, it's still manipulative technically in the definition of manipulative, but I mean like the negative connotation. Your product actually helps people. It's something they need. It's the answer to their problems. So when you market it, you're not being slimy. You're giving them something that they need to have to do better in their lives. So go blast your message from the rooftops. Heck, this is why I only work with clients who have products and services that I believe in. And the number 3 reason why I wanted to share this message with you is because I was fucking right about breakfast. Alright, now I'm actually hungry. I'm gonna go eat brunch because that's a meal I can get behind. Anyway, I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.